Happy Monday, Word Nerds! I hope you all had an amazing weekend and had a little time to check out our chat on the Myers-Briggs personality test because that was a lot of fun. And now it's time to jump back into the work week and get down to writing. So if you've been watching the Word Nerds for a while, you've probably heard us mention conflict or tension or microtension. This comes up a lot because it's really, really important, but it's also something I find kind of hard to do. Conflict or tension can be kind of hard to summarize, but it basically comes down to any challenge put in front of your character, whether it's plot-driven or interpersonal or emotional, really anything that's making your character's life that much harder. All of the stuff that you find yourself dreading in real life, like disaster and drama and everything going horribly wrong, is what your story is going to thrive on. If nothing's going wrong, there's nothing happening. There's nothing for your character to do. There's no story there. Why is your reader reading this book? So no matter how hard it is to make your characters suffer and suffer and suffer, as a writer, it's just something you need to do, although it's something I find myself struggling with every single story. I just want things to go right and things to be wonderful and for there to be sunshine. But really, where's the fun in that? Most of your tension is probably going to come from your main conflict or plot of your story. If this is a contemporary romance, it's the will they won't they of a relationship. If it's high fantasy, will your main character strike down the epic bad guy once and for all? As long as your character is invested, your readers will be. But only pulling tension and conflict from your main storyline isn't going to be enough to keep readers turning pages. Sometimes it's going to have to seem like everything is going wrong, everything is against your character, and they just can't catch a break. Okay, it doesn't have to be quite that bad, but you see where I'm going with this. If just the day-to-day life of your main character is boring, readers are going to put down the book before they even get to fighting that big bad guy. You can find ways to infuse tension into the rest of your story all over the place. Secondary goals, other characters that just don't like your main characters, embarrassing moments for your character. There's all sorts of possibilities. Look at Harry Potter. It's an example I use all the time because, let's face it, we've probably all read it. You've got Snape, who hates Harry Potter right from the outset of book one. The Dursleys don't like Harry Potter. Harry Potter doesn't really know what's going on in the magical world and feels really underprepared sometimes in the first book. And you see that in the way he's thinking and the way he's interacting with people. He's also got Quidditch to focus on, and that's a big tension moment in that particular chapter, even though it doesn't really matter in the fight against Voldemort. Some writers, like Erica and Megan, have no problem making their characters suffer and suffer and suffer again. But that's not always the case. For some authors, it can be hard to make your characters go through difficult situations, and you just want everything to be nice and wonderful for these fake people you created in your head. It doesn't always make sense, but if this is like you, then I promise it's worth it. Your readers are going to keep coming back, your characters are going to grow for it, and your story will be so much better. So as much as it sucks in the moment, just keep making your characters push through and build up those tension moments because they're really a lot of fun to read. You know it. Every book you've read has tension. So enjoy it, figure it out as you go, and just, you gotta do it. I promise it'll be worth it. That is it for today, but I will see you all on Sunday for our next live chat. This week we're talking about diversity in books, which is something we all have a lot to say about. It's something worth talking about, and you keep seeing it pop up again and again in your Twitter feed, so definitely jump into the conversation on Sunday. Happy writing, and I'll see you all then.